There we go. And some catfish fishing today. Fishing with a 3-way slip sinker rig and some rotten chicken. Kind of fishing that slack water between the two current breaks. Got a bunch of other baits I brought, but just gonna fish a rotten chicken for now. Try and get some of these smaller cats out of the way. Once in a while I get a decent cat on it, but most of them are smaller. Forgot the net for this first one, so I'm gonna have to beach him. Yeah, he's okay sized. Oh, weight's getting stuck. Maybe I'll just grab him. Decent for a chicken cat. First one here is actually a decent one. Super skinny, so he's only 8 pounds, but he's over 30 inches. There he goes. That last one bit on rotten chicken, and this one bit on rotten chicken liver. I gobbed up on a treble hook on my 3-way slip sinker rigs. And this guy hit it really hard, but I had to wrestle with him for a minute because the weight got stuck on the rig. But that's why I tie my weight leaders with a lighter leader, so they break off before the main leader does. This guy's just a little guy. Like a true little guy. Got my net this time. This one's a tiny guy. About 23 and a half. Awesome. Swapped out for a chunk of cut bait and a 7/0 circle hook. Gotta hit another hit right away. It's real fortunate to catch a good oily bait fish here a couple minutes ago. So I don't have a lot, but definitely worth a shot for a big one. Big catfish are just a different animal. You don't regularly hit on the rotten chicken or chicken liver. Very rare to get them even over 30 inches on it. Not very rare, but uncommon to get 30s and rare to get like 32 plus on the small cat baits. Still just using a 3-way slip sinker rig. I have a video on how I tie them if you're interested in using them yourself. This guy's taking some drag. That's a good sign. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a big one though. Sometimes those small cats have a lot of attitude. This guy hit right away. So I love the oily cut bait especially. It's like the best of both worlds. It's a stinky summer bait, but it calls in the big cats. Bigger cats at least. No, he doesn't look that big. He's just feisty. Just a feisty small cat. Take it easy on him here. I want him. Sometimes that hook's just barely on the edge of their skin. Fatter in the first one, but a lot shorter. 25 3/4. Figured I'd try this little run here, just deep enough in the day. A lot of times at night they'll push more shallow, it seems like. Still using cut bait, a circle hook, 3-way slip sinker rig. Kind of have it set up right on the current break. Usually for whatever reason, whether the cats are stacked on the current break or it carries the scent downstream faster, it speeds things up, it seems. guy's really dogging it. Huh. He hit right away. Like right after I casted. Not much going on in that big pool, it seems like. He's really dogging it. Wow. Doesn't feel... He's not like moving much, he just feels kind of heavy. I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, but he might be a decent one. Sometimes their attitude really makes them feel different than what they are, though. Just like that third one or the last one. Felt bigger than he really was, you know. This guy feels decent, though. I'd like to see him here. Oh, he's not that big. See, deceiving. Feels bigger than he really is. It seems like. Unless I didn't get a good look at him. Yeah, he's not that big. It's another average one. This one's 28 1/4 and right dead on 9 pounds. A nice, decent catfish. There we go. Couple stacked in here. Figured it'd be worth hitting. Awesome. This guy hit on the cut bait too. I'm gonna run out soon though, but I'll switch back to, I don't know, some other bait. And pretty sweet. Fishing right on that current break there. They're hitting real fast. You know, I love fishing concentrated cats. I do that a lot. You know, you don't get a lot of fish usually, unless you stay all day and wait for new fish to push in. But usually like 5 to 10 is the norm. But the good thing about it is you catch them right away, because they're in a tight little pocket. If they're gonna hit, they usually hit right away, as long as you have the right bait. Feels about the same as the last one, maybe a touch smaller. We'll see here, hopefully. Just fishing these guys with a 20-pound test. You know, I could hork them in faster, but the real thing I'm worried about is when these circle hooks just barely catch them by the skin. If you pull too hard, it'll rip it off. Yeah, this guy's definitely smaller. I'm not going to bother weighing or measuring this one. It's pretty small. There we go. Gave him a little bit of slack that time he took it. He was just nipping at it before he felt the tension. There's a few stuck in here. Pretty good. I like these little concentrations of cats. My favorite way to fish for them. And this guy was just nibbling. Third cat I've caught off this same chunk of cut bait. It's getting pretty ratty. Not much scent left to it compared to where it started, I guess. So I'm gonna have to throw it away soon. They really are fighting hard today for their size, you know. The medium ones feel like big ones and the small ones feel like medium ones. Like, look at this guy, man, he's really dogging it. Try to walk him down here. All that junk on the line. See him. He's really dogging it. Wow. Trying to take it easy on him. That last one was barely hooked in the corner. A lot of times they are when they're just nipping, you know. If you get them by the skin. Like just barely. The circle hooks. Man, he felt a lot bigger than that, I can tell you that much. Wow. Just another smaller guy. Surprising. This one's about 27.5 inches and weighed out at 8.5 pounds.